Hello and welcome to another tutorial about Bybit. In this tutorial we talk about how you can actually scale into support areas when you trade futures on Bybit. For example, as I often do it in my videos, in my Elliott wave videos, in my technical analysis videos, let's just pretend we have a 5-wave move here to the upside. Elliott wave, 5 waves up. Yeah, I don't really like the look of it. It's not really a 5-wave move, but let's just pretend it. And let's pretend this is a wave 1, and if you watch my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. I would normally scale in to the wave 2, or I would regularly do that. So if we say, okay, the wave 2 normally reaches the area between the 50% and the 78.6% retracement, then I would set typically 3 orders that will be triggered when we enter in this area, plus I would set a stop loss below the 78.6% retrace. At least that is one variant of how it can be done. I would also try to put most of my risk very close to the support, which would be, or the, let's call it invalidation point, which would be the 78.6% retracement level. Consequently, I would set different position sizes. I would have a small position size here around the 50% and a larger one around the 78.6. So like a triangle, I talk about that in my videos regularly. So just to show you and indicate that to you, it would be a little bit like that. I want to have some exposure here, and then it goes larger in terms of position size the closer we get to the 78.6% retrace. So how would I do that? So I can use for that the conditional orders, and I can say to the system here on Bybit that I want a order to be placed if a certain condition is met. And what would the condition be? Well, the condition, for example, I could frame it in a way that I say, okay, we've got this area here where the triangle is sitting in. If we reach the 16,627 level, I want an order to be placed straight away. So I could just use a market order, and I could say the trigger price when I want it executed long is I want it executed at 16,630, for example, And I could use a small position size, 25% of my portfolio. In reality, it would probably be a bit smaller, but I don't have a lot on here at the moment. It's just for demo purposes. So we could say, okay, I want it to be triggered at 16,630. Then I want to open a long, but I also, in addition to that, want to already define a take profit target. So let's say if it goes all the way up to resistance here to the peak 16,774, I want to take some profits. So at 16,774, that's when I want to take profits. And my stop loss I would set below the 78.6% retrace, so below 16,540. Maybe I would set it at 16,520. And that's basically it. And then I could just open this long order. Now I can make it a bit more complex. I could say, okay, if I set a limit order, then I would say, all right, I want the order to become triggered, not executed, but I want the condition to be triggered as soon as we go below the 50% retrace. And I only want the order to execute if it leaves the area again, because then I believe it has done what it needs to do in the correction. It turns around and it will go up most likely. How would I do that? Well, I would then say, okay, it triggers when it gets down into this area, but it will only execute the order when it goes above it again. So let's say I could then say the order price would be 16,650, for example. So the idea is go into the area, and I only want it to trigger when it leaves the area again, because only then I have good confidence that it's not going to drop below the 78.6 retrace and it's turned around. That's just one way of doing it, I normally don't do it that way. I normally just let it trigger, but that's sort of the idea of the conditional order, that you can sort of define these conditions here. And then, stop loss is set, take profit is set, and then I could just open here my first order, but I'll leave it at market now, and I can open the long position now. Order quantity, I haven't done, it was deleted. Okay, and basically then, yeah, we could open the long, confirm. Okay, and it would then be under conditional orders here. Yeah, you can see take profit. Yeah, stop loss is defined, for example. So I could then say, all right, I want to add another one. Yeah, and the trigger price here would be at around 16,550 maybe, or 592 when it reaches the 61.8% retrace. So that would be at 16,592. And I also want to have the order quantity might be a bit larger, yeah, a bit larger, because it's sort of closer to support. And again, I want to take, I want to set a stop loss, and that would be as the same level, 16,520. Maybe for this order, I don't want to set a take profit yet. And did I forget anything? No. And that's it. I set it. Yeah. And what I could do then, I could set another one very close to the 78.6% retrace, but it would just be a repetition of what I just did with a stop loss again just below the 78.6% retrace. And what is quite nice about Bybit is that you could just move these by hand here. Yeah, if you want to move the condition, yeah, if you change your mind, you don't want to type it in, you can just conveniently move it here closer to the 78.6. You say, oh, okay, change my mind, I'll go down a little bit. And that's basically it. Yeah, that's basically it. And I will cancel them now because I don't want to do this, but that's sort of how you can do it. And the advantage of this is that you can set a stop loss straight away, even though the order hasn't even triggered yet. I find that quite attractive. It's quite convenient how they do that here on Bybit. Yeah, and you can do it the other way around when you do shorting. Yeah, when you go short, it's just the other way around. Obviously, all you need to do differently here is that you would open a short and then not buy long with take profit stop loss, but sell short with take profit stop loss. I know a lot of people struggle with these, but it's actually not too difficult. I would encourage you to get familiar with the market order first, with the limit order, and only then look at conditional orders. Okay, and that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you liked it and if you want to support more crypto online and you haven't got a Bybit account yet, maybe use the link, the affiliate link that you can find in the video description and below the video. That would support the channel, and you get sometimes you get a bonus when you use the link. They always change it, month after month, or they have regular campaigns, so they change. So basically check that out when you click on the link. And other than that, I hope you liked the video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.